Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Franco here, and I am back with another Clash of Clans video today. And today we're on my builder base, and I know these videos don't get a lot of love. I think it's just a lot of people don't like builder base, and there's a lot of valid reasons to it. But I wanted to show off, well, these three 6 stars in a row I got. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to show off some of the most dominant attack strategies in builder base right now, and it might not be what you actually expect. But before we get into that, I want to show some of the progress I have on my builder base. So you can see I have a bunch of maxed out level walls here for the first stage. I don't actually have a progress layout. This is just kind of like the layout I use. I kind of think it's cool to shout out the subscribe with the grass art and a little arrow up top. But like I was saying, I have all these walls maxed out, and I'm just trying to max out the first stage 100% before I go and upgrade some of the walls on the second stage here. But there are not many buildings left to upgrade. So I only have 2 firecrackers, which one is going to max level, and the other one is going to 1 before. So I have 1 more level after this one completes, and then I have 1 more level for this push trap, which is 2 days. So this is a total of well, 2 days 18, and then I think the next level takes it might be like 8 days, so it'll be about like 10 days before I max out my builder base building wise. And we're getting pretty close. And well, I mean, that's about it for the progress. I guess there's not too much in the builder base. I've been maxed out for like a very long time, all the troops and heroes and everything, and I just keep battling around this upper legend league. But let's get into some of these attack strategies, which I am kind of talking about, and you can kind of see it's just these minion attack strategies. And the old meta used to be kind of all baby dragons or P.E.K.K.A.s and wall breakers, but it has kind of shifted. So bases are changing more and more to kind of counter this all baby dragons and 1 cannon cart, which is what I used to do to push up pretty high, by always having the triple threat, the air expo, the air bombs, and the Mega Tesla. This base is a little weird how it doesn't have the air expo. You will see that in about 99% of bases in the upper, I want to say Legends League, but whatever, above 5,000 trophies in builder base. But the strategy that works out the best, that is really easy to do, is literally just this minion balloon spam strategy. And if you don't know, back in Builder Base 1.0, this used to be the dominant attack strategy, and they came out with Builder Base 2.0 almost to like change up the way people are attacking, so it's not the same thing over and over again. And this attack strategy was so horrible, and they must have given a buff to these troops. I don't remember when, but I remember them being horrible when 2.0 came out, and then they reworked them or something. I don't really know when, but I know it happened at some point. And now these troops are actually just nasty. So the balloon just has so much health, and you can choose when to drop the bomb. You always want to drop it on like whatever, just important defenses and stuff that have a lot of health left. And it also opens up the walls, so they can almost be used for ground attack strategies, like as wall breakers, but like I don't really recommend that. But literally just throwing in all the minions and then throwing in the 3 balloons, and you just want to use the air machine just to like take out some of the bigger buildings so that these troops just don't have to work through them through the base. And you kind of almost just want to end on the town hall and the clock tower, just so that your troops don't have to work through them while they're taking damage. Same logic with what you want to take out with the air machine. And just spamming down this attack strategy will generally get a 3-star almost every time, because there's 2 different ways to make a base. I think almost all bases are anti-baby dragon, anti-P.E.K.K.A. But then there's another strategy, which I do have to show, and it's using 2 sets of archers and the rest cannon carts, and it's a little bit difficult. I think it's probably the most difficult attack strategy in builder base, but it's not like super complicated. All you do is just sprinkle cannon carts around the base, and then use the archers to take out the longer range defenses that the cannon carts can't take out. But so what this causes is people to spread out their bases significantly and put giant gaps in walls so that archers can't shoot over and take out those long-range defenses. So basically every base up top in Builder Base right now is an anti-cannon cart archer base, except for mine. My base kind of sucks, I think. I think I need to rework my base. But with that in mind, if everything has like super spaced out walls and everything's on long range, then an attack strategy that can like take out a bunch of damage in like a core is very useful. And baby dragons kind of can, but you can't launch like mass baby dragons because they can't get tangled up and everything. And honestly, they're just not that strong anymore. But this attack strategy just works so well with bases that don't really, so like this type of base would be extremely difficult to take out with cannon carts and archers, because this archer tower you can't reach with with archers. This one you can't reach with the archers. This one and the lava launcher. This would be so difficult to take out, but it forces everything to be super compact in the middle, that if you just get a couple of these heirlooms into the middle there, you can just fry these bases. And I do see a ton of bases like this. And the strategy used to be before, try to use like giants and P.E.K.K.A.s and wall breakers to maybe get into the core and use the P.E.K.K.A ability to splash out. But the main thing is like there's no like E-drag troop in builder base. Like I know there's the Electro Wizard that does E-drag chains, but there's no troop that really takes advantage of clumped up defenses. And that's kind of what people do in builder base. You try to clump up your defenses to the best of your ability, that they can't be like taken advantage of by some of the main attack strategies. And that's why I think this new strategy, or well, not new, it's the oldest attack strategy, is actually so dominant right now, is it counters these bases so hard. And these are, like I said, like most of the bases that you see in high 5,000 trophy range. But there is one issue with this attack strategy. So what you want to do is you just want to sprinkle minions outside, throw in the 3 balloons, and you generally want to attack the fire, or what's it, the fire thing, whatever, the flamethrower, roaster. You generally want to attack that guy first, so that on the backside you're not killing all these minions out. Having an Expo on the backside literally does nothing, as you can see, like how much damage it's doing to these minions. But a roaster on the backside would fry all of them, and you probably fail. So generally you want to attack the roaster first, after letting the air machine trickle out all the defenses. And say you do finish the first stage, like right here, usually you're not going to have any of the balloons, and you're just going to have a couple of minions, sometimes 0 minions and just the air machine. And this attack strategy really suffers is the second stage. So the second stage, like, you really can't do much with a mass amount of minions. Like, a mass amount of minions, like, really can't help in any of the bases. So it's not really good to commit fully on air. Like the first tag I showed, I just brought more minions and more balloons. That's pretty rare. Like I usually never do that. Usually you gotta just like try to make up your ground with just more cannon carts, which is pretty difficult, to be honest. Like, because they can easily trap cannon carts, and then you're screwed, and you're just trying to fight for literally a 4-star. So this attack strategy is very good for getting that 3-star, but beyond that, it kind of sucks. Like, so if you're getting that 3-star, and then you're going to the second base and failing to get the next star, which happens like pretty frequently with this attack strategy, it might not be the best move. So realistically, you want to be using the baby dragons, P.E.K.K.A.s, or the cannon cart archers, which I will show a replay of that next, as your first attack choice. And if you can't do that, then you go in with these minions. But realistically, you're going to have to go in with those minions almost every single base now, because of how people are building these bases. Which kind of sucks. So it makes the second base actually pretty difficult. If you use some of the other attack strategies and have cannon carts left over, or like a P.E.K.K.A. or something, the second base is actually pretty easy. But with this attack strategy, you're usually not going to have many useful troops left over. Like these minions, there's really not much I could do. So an idea I have sometimes is just spam in the minions and hope they can just have enough firepower to take out an air defense, or air defense, sorry. Or I try to use the ground machine and try to take out enough of the cannon carts, and the minions to hopefully take out some more ground defenses. But this one ended up working out pretty well, and I ended up getting the 3-star with just using the air machine and some cannon carts. But like I said, if the cannon carts are baited, you're probably going to be screwed. So the other attack strategy, which I have to show, which I think is the best attack strategy in the game, is the cannon cart archer attack strategy. But like I said, bases are really countering this. But if you see any type of normal base in builder base that doesn't have giant gaps between the archer towers or the giant cannons, cannon carts and archers can be used, and if you are like an expert in builder base, like you can probably climb super high in trophies. So that's why people are countering that attack strategy. Like I just keep talking in loops about this, but it's like that's kind of how it works in builder bases. Like people just go in waves of which attack strategy and bases are countered and everything. That's why I'm just trying to chill with my base that I have. That's like honestly, I think it is anti-cannon cart archers, which is pretty good now. It's like come full circle. It used to suck in a little bit ago when people were using a lot of P.E.K.K.A.s and everything. But like I said, you just advance in the cannon carts slowly, and eventually you do have to take out the lava launcher, which is pretty difficult. So use the archers on the far range defenses. I should probably go like 1 time speed because it is pretty chaotic doing this first attack. And a lot of times what's going to happen is if you don't practice this attack strategy a lot, you are going to time fail. So that is the biggest threat to these cannon car archers, and you get so many 97, 93% fails, which is actually very annoying, and you just hope you have enough time on this backside for the cannon carts to clean up everything that remains, because like right here, I have a lot of high hit point buildings, and there's some traps and everything. If that cannon cart died, there's a chance this doesn't go through. I'm not really sure how much time was left. I think on this attack, I did have a decent amount of time left, so it wasn't that big of an issue. But yeah, you want to slowly advance those cannon carts in, and then at a certain point, you have to bum rush that lava launcher, because if you don't, and you try to pick it off, it will pick off your cannon carts one by one. You can always pack more archers for it. You can always pack like an Electro Wizard for it, or like a P.E.K.K.A. or something, or a Baby Dragon, something to take it out, but you have to plan basically around that lava launcher. But honestly, it's not that difficult. You can kind of read a base and figure out what to do. This one I played a little bit conservative, so this is the thing that you can't really do with the minion balloon attack strategy, is bring a pack of barbarians to tank for the cannon carts, to check for Tesla, spring traps, bombs. But with this one, you have so many cannon carts that you can just do whatever you want on the second stage. This one, if you fail on the second stage, you're doing something right, because it is so difficult to fail on the second stage here with the cannon cart archers. You have 4 cannon carts going into the second stage. I don't care how trapped it is. Even if you lose half your cannon carts, you're still going to 3-star, because you're going to be using the ground machine, and you're going to have all the defense basically taken out from the jump. But yeah, like, so you have a lot of wiggle room with the second stage, but the first stage is a little difficult. So it's kind of the trade-off what you want to do. And I honestly recommend just using the balloon minion strategy, especially if you're not that high in trophies. And like me, like once you hit about 5,000, it depends on when you're doing it in the month, but usually you're just going to encounter a lot of max bases. Like I encounter almost always fully max bases, because now that Builder Base 2.0 has been out for a little while, a lot of the free-to-play players are also getting maxed out, like me basically. So you're going to have to be pretty good on offense to push pretty high now, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, that's why I'm showing off these attacks in this video, just to like give a general guide. And it is a little bit annoying, like how nobody actually cares about Builder Base, because if we go to my clan here, like I don't even think the next person's Aiden Brewer, and he is not very good at Builder Base. I think he just still uses Mass Baby Dragons. It just shows how many people don't even care. Nobody's even close to 5,000. And if we had people at 5,000, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's fair. Like they probably just didn't push this month. Like nobody's even close to it, because if you don't know, if above 5,000, it resets you back down to 5,000 at the end of the month. But yeah, I mean, just like, if any of these people actually took it seriously and just like copied the attack strategy that I use, like they would so easily push up in trophies. Like I guess people just don't care about Builder Base, which is a little sad to me. But let's finish off the video here with a live attack, and I'll just show you what type of bases I kind of encounter. So this base used to be one of the most popular ones that I would see all the time, and I would try to use the ground battle machine down there and throw in a giant and some P.E.K.K.A.s and have them walk through the base. But I'm not gonna lie, it would fail and be very inconsistent and wouldn't work every time. So I could use cannon carts archers on this base actually, because there are no long range archer towers and the only threat really is that giant cannon. But I think it would time fail because I can't actually reach that giant cannon by any means, and I don't want to mess it up. But let's just go in with the no-brain attack strategy. This is what I mean. Like, if you don't really know what to do, you can just kind of use this attack strategy and just like hope for the best. So we're just going to use the air machine somewhere it can get a lot of value and not get targeted. So we'll take out the lab and the town hall, builder hall, and then we'll attack to this roaster at the first hit, just so we don't have to encounter on the backside. Encountering the air bombs on the backside isn't the worst thing. We'll see. This might fail, honestly. And the Expo is already engaged, so let's start this attack strategy. You don't want to wait too long with these minions, because you don't want the air machine to die. That is the most important part, because if it dies, you're going to lose such a significant amount of firepower. And actually, to make sure it doesn't die, I'm going to use all the abilities of the balloons right there, because I need to get through this base. I don't even know how to explain that, but yeah. So now we just have these archer towers. The air bomb is actually not looking too good, because we would like the air machine to do a little bit more tanking here, which it is not. And that is a little bit unfortunate because I don't think we're going to be able to get through this air bombs, honestly, with this amount of minions. Um, yeah, let's see. They need a couple more shots on that barracks at least. Actually, there is a good chance this goes through, but like I was saying, like this attack strategy is only really good for getting the 3-star. Now, if this does end up going through, if this air machine can get the third tier of the ability. Now, if this does end up going through, which I think it will, let's use the ability on the air bombs out there. I'm gonna have nothing for the second base, which is like, if you don't know, like the second base, you can't really 3-star it with just the reinforcement camp troops. Now, if we had another reinforcement camp, like a third one, like maybe, but in the current state, I don't really think so. Ooh, I hope this actually does go through. Yeah, it can take one more. Wow, that is really close, actually. I'm so glad there's no air traps there, but yeah, so we got the 3-star. Honestly, I should have went with the ground attack strategy that I usually do against the space, because sometimes it does work pretty well. So we're not going to use the air machine here. It has no health. So we got to use the ground machine, and we got to try to take off as many of these ground defenses as possible. Realistically, I think the only thing we can do is just use more cannon carts. Like, try to use 2 cannon carts and just hope they don't get spring trapped across the entire base. And some good advice to give when you, I don't know why so many people do this, but they put one building in the corner, like to make you forget or something. But when I place the ground machine, pay attention to where I place it. I'm going to place it like right here, like right in the middle, because then he takes the time to walk to the mine and then walk back down. Rather than if you place him on the mine, then he only has the time of walking down. And that'll charge up the ability extra long, and all you have to do is just deploy him an extra 5 seconds earlier. But with these cannon carts, I guess we'll just try to deploy one on the top, one on the bottom, and then just try to ignore that backside cannon. Maybe that'll work. I don't really know. We'll see what these raid card troops are gonna do to my cannons. I'm just gonna drop him up here, auto ability right away, and we'll just follow number 7 to see what he does, because he's gonna, encounter those defensive troops, and I would love to like separate them before I encounter them, like maybe just the archer right here first. Yeah, perfect. Because if you encounter both of them at once, then the cannon cart actually can't take them out, I think. Let's advance this guy in. So we don't want to time fail here. And then this guy can go all the way up to the cannon, and then he can chill there. And I guess I messed up pretty bad. I didn't realize this number 8 would be in range of the mortar, so this is going to be a fail now. And there's not too much I can do. Hopefully we can at least take out the cannon, which it doesn't even try to. Ooh, the double cannon's kind of weak. I think, well, this is going to be a fail, but we're going to be fighting for this 2-star, and I'm going to wait a minute to deploy the ground machine, because I almost want this cannon cart to take out. No, I got to deploy it now. So, like I said, I'm going to deploy him right there, just so he takes time to walk over that gold mine. It takes a couple swings, and realistically, I think the ground machine will be able to get through the double cannon. I was hoping that cannon cart could take out those defenses. I got a little bit greedy. It would have taken out the double cannon, and I could have probably taken out this cannon this topside cannon, if I would have timed it right with this battle machine. But I did not, and then it would just be a battle of if I can get through that backside cannon with the auto outpost, which honestly I don't think I could have, but I would have liked to try. But what are you gonna do? As soon as he takes this out, I'm gonna pop the ability here. And then hopefully we can work our way at least to the town hall. I don't think so. I think we're gonna run out of time here, which is a little bit disappointing. Maybe, yeah, time fail, and Wi-Fi fail. Whatever. It's so stupid. Yeah, the Wi-Fi has been pretty horrible here at my school because I don't have any air conditioning. I feel like that has something to do with making the Wi-Fi horrible. But I don't even know if this is going to load back to our screen. We still have to do one more attack to finish out the star bonus. But I think I'm just going to end the video there. There's no point in keeping everybody waiting because this Wi-Fi might not actually come back. But yeah, I mean, that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. And let me know in the comments if you guys are max in Builder Base and where you are in trophies. I'm just wondering where my viewers are in trophies in Builder Base. Just to see where everybody is. I don't know. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.